What's up my beautiful serpents, Snegadin here, and as I promised in the last video, today we're going to talk about zones and their development so far. Keep in mind that some things may change in the future due to the constant updates the game receives. If you want to have a general idea about the game, click the link in the description down below or the screen pop-up to watch my previous video on Hytale and its features. First of all, I want to describe a little the world players need to venture into, and because the laws of physics still stand in Hytale, we are introduced to the Orbis planet. There are some outer verses for this planet, but with zero information, so there is no need to go through them. Sharing many of the same traits as Earth, such as blue sky, forests, and wild animals, Orbis is divided into 6 different zones, each one representing one element of nature. To describe them, zones are unique procedurally generated areas, only available in Hytale's adventure mode, and own unique features including geology, plants, NPCs, monsters, and animal life. The zones haven't been properly named yet and are still known by numbers, however there are some namings for the time being. Substantial information is only available for 4 of them, the other 2 not being mentioned as much. Zone 1, currently known as Emerald Grove, embodies the Earth element and is considered to be the starting zone for players. Its green surface, sprawling caves, and friendly locals make this zone one of the safest for new players to gather supplies and prepare for higher levels. It consists of several biomes such as plains, forests, autumn forests, hills, swamps, and caves with lava pools at the very bottom. Each biome has its own species of plants and wildlife. What we have been told so far concerning plants is that the autumn forests are homes of mushrooms, pumpkin crops, and some decorative glowing plants. I personally believe that other types of vegetables like these are found in this specific zone due to its temperate climate. Other than that, wildlife in Zone 1 is lively and vast, varying from species of birds to underground rats. The list consists of cattle, pigs, chickens, owls, crows, pigeons, ducks, sparrows, cats, dogs, bats, deers, foxes, frogs, grizzly bears, jackalopes, which are some sort of rabbits with horns, rats, sheep, boars, and wolves. When talking about monsters, fenstalkers are well known for inhabiting the swamps, while giant spiders can be found in forests. Zombies and skeletons come in multiple forms and can be discovered in any zone, attacking players while they explore ruins and dungeons. The latter is also full of crawlers, regardless of zone, and other void creatures like void eyes, void spawns, and void spiders cover this zone. The 4 factions that you can encounter here are Quebecs, Trorcs, Klops, and Goblins. Quebecs are tree-like humanoids who are mostly passive and friendly toward players. They live in forests and acquire occupations like tree singers, Quebec warriors, or patrol Quebecs. Some even adopt rabbit pets, which definitely doesn't make me jealous. Definitely. Why? Quebecs are born from trees, and when dying, they transform back into them and give birth to other seedlings, repeating the life cycle. If attacked, they will fight back, defending their villages and people. Trorcs, however, are the exact opposite type of race. They reveal a hostile behavior, engaging in armed combat if sensing nearby players. Trorcs have the ability to domesticate animals and use them as supports in battles. To fulfill specific roles in their society, they specialize in different archetypes. For example, sentries, warriors, hunters, shamans, chieftains, or marauders. The developers came up with the idea of Trorcs after mixing 2 common fantasy creatures, trolls and orcs. As shown in the official concept art, Quebecs and Trorcs may be enemies and would fight if came across each other. Klops live in comfortable underground homes called hidey holes, and if a player touches anything in a hidey hole, slightly disturbing it, the Klop may attack. I mean, I would be angry too if someone touched my skeleton toy. They're precious. Oh, got your Jaffel again. Concerning goblins, they are thieves who will steal every loose item they can find, filling their homes with both valuables and useless junk. They also seem to be very clumsy, falling off ledges while charging their bombs. Zone 2, also known as the Howling Sands, symbolizes the wind element and resembles a dry and arid desert with little to no fresh water or vegetation. Its distinctive biomes are savannas, deserts, canyons, and oases. Under the surface lie sandstone caves with hot magma and precious rewards. We do not know yet about plants in this area apart from the sparse trees, however it abounds in wildlife. The animals that have been announced so far are antelopes, warthogs, cacti, which are cute walking cacti, crocodiles, flamingos, horses, mice, hyenas, meerkats, saber-toothed tigers, snakes, and vultures. The monsters that you can encounter are a little harder to defeat than those in Zone 1. For example, skeletons, which will be more dangerous and powerful. Zombies, crawlers, void eyes, and void spawns are also found in Howling Sands. There are 3 factions that populate this zone: Pharans, Scaraks, and humans. Pharans are a race of small humanoid foxes with large ears, wearing metal bands on their wrists inscribed with the elemental rune of air that symbolizes freedom to remind them of their past slavery. They live in villages of tents and huts made of hide and bone and will most likely be friendly towards players. The only known archetype is the shaman, who wears an antelope skull. The Scaraks are a bug-like faction that live in hive structures and are enemies to the Pharans. Their behavior and archetypes are similar to bees in real life. The leader of the hive, aka the broodmother, lays scarab egg sacs from which larvae hatch. A larva can become either a warrior to patrol the grounds around the hive, a locust to guard the skies, a worker to dig tunnels and assist the broodmother, or a tank to protect other scarabs from dangers. Scarabs have built 3 types of structures: the ziggurat, located in savannas, the sand palace containing a portal which leads to the Sand Empress, and the prison cave. Prison? That's it, insects are taking over, we're dead. Humans are one of the playable races of Hytale, however we don't know much about them yet. There are believed to be both benevolent and evil factions of humans in-game. Zone 3, or Boria, embodies the water element and is a much colder and snowy zone. Players are less likely to find lava when exploring the frozen caves, instead they can encounter liquid water and some more fragile life. Its characteristic biomes are pine forests, snowy plains, snowy mountains, ice caves, and moorlands. The animals that live here have adapted to the cold temperatures and are the following: mice, polar bears, wolves, rams, tetrabirds, which are turkey-like animals, snowy owls, and woodpeckers. Among the ferocious monsters, ice dragons definitely stand out, still we don't know yet whether they will be regular monster mobs or boss mobs. Another typical monster is the Yeti, which have been known to pick up large pieces of earth and throw them at players while in combat. Though called Yetis by the community, the mob's real name hasn't been actually confirmed yet. Also, they may be pretty intelligent since they have been seen wearing necklaces made of human skulls. Again, zombie, crawlers, void eyes, and void spawns are found throughout these lands. The factions here are only 2, the Outlanders and Fauns. The Outlanders were once humans, but have possibly been corrupted and decayed by the void element. They are a hostile tribal race who inhabit tundra-like areas and live in unique villages. Their known occupations include warriors, rangers, priests, shamans, leaders, and a colossus, which probably lives in dungeons. They are said to be constantly on guard, only rangers venturing outside the village in search of food and to protect their boundaries. The shaman is presumably the leader of the Outlanders, as it lives in the tallest building of the village. Fauns are deer-like factions and may have some control over the Arctic wolves of Boria. So far, we know little information about them, so this is all I have. Oh, I'm sorry, do you want me to predict the future? Zone 4, aka the Devastated Lands, represents the fire element and is a volcanic area with large lava rivers and ashes covering the sky. Even though the land is hot and consists of scorched stones and bones, the underground caves will bring fresh water and tropical wildlife. The biomes here are quite unique due to the drastic change in appearance and nature. You can find volcanoes, fiery plains, and tropical jungles, the latter being subterranean. I suspect that a species of plant called the magma flower, which I found in concept art, will be able to grow in this zone. But it's just a hunch. Yeah, sorry. The majority of animals are found, of course, in cave jungles, and the species are cave rexes, dimetrodons, macaques, prehistoric chickens, and raptors. Monsters such as skeletons, zombies, void eyes, void spawns, crawlers, and ember wolves can lurk players from the ashes. In this zone we are aware of only one faction, that is the Slothians. Slothians are sloth-like people that live in the underground tropical jungle, probably in the second deepest system of caves, and are suspected to be neutral. I mean, what else can you expect from a sloth? A grumpy look?
I just want to give him a hug. Ah!
Zones 5 and 6 haven't been announced yet, however players guess that they would embody the lightning element, respectively the void element. The deep ocean isn't technically listed as a zone, however it has been described by developers as a zone all by itself. This is an area beyond the ocean shelf and it separates the infinite lands from the main continent. Sunken treasures and other rewards as well as dangers await for players at the bottom of this aquatic environment. Around shipwrecks, there may be some sharks lurking for fish or careless players, so be prepared before venturing into the depths of the ocean. Various wildlife such as clownfish, man-o'-war, moral eel, pike, piranha, though it may not live in the ocean, pufferfish, rainbow trout, and regal tang can be seen swimming through the seaweed and reefs. Crabs are known to dwell on both beaches and ocean floors and they may attempt to attack players. Void piranhas are a variation of the piranha mob and they are suspected to have gained this appearance from some use of the void element. Still, sharks and piranhas aren't the only predators in the water, for a giant kraken has been spotted in concept art and is thought to be a very difficult boss. I mean, who do you think sank those shipwrecks? The clownfish? As I mentioned earlier, the Infinite Lands are separated from the main continent of Orbis, and unfortunately it is still unknown to this moment what secrets lie hidden within this area. Before reaching it, players can encounter tropical islands, which are also lacking in information, except for the fact that parrots populate them. Well, this is it, this is what we know so far about zones in Hytale. Again, if you're interested in more details about the game, click the link in the description to watch my other video on all the released features. If you want me to do a video on something else, for example animals or monsters, let me know in the comments and stay tuned. The link for the Hytale site is also in the description, so go sign up for the beta version. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I post new content. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!